What is going on with the YouTube community? This is a second dose of the segment that I was trying to tape earlier, but we had an issue with getting the vehicle propped up, so I had to stop the video for a minute. What this is a replacement of a crank positioning sensor on the 2003 Chevrolet Suburban with the 5.3 V8 Vortec engine. And first couple of things you might want to, of course, you're going to have to jack the vehicle up because GM did not put the crank sensor on the crank pulley as were a lot of the vehicles where they would be. GM decided to be special about it and put it right behind the starter. So we have to get the vehicle in the air so we can prepare to take the starter down, and then we'll proceed with swapping the crank sensor out. And then we'll put the starter back in and we'll give it a shot and see what happens with it. Again, this is a 2003 Chevrolet Suburban with the 5.3 V8 engine. Nothing like a good energy drink for this. You know, something that might be required. You might want to take up some yoga classes if you decide that you want to become any kind of a mechanic, because these can be quite a pain in the ass with a lot of vehicles. They just are, because of these engineering tactics that they have. So this is what we got so far. Okay, so now we're getting out. Vehicle's propped. Okay, so what we're going to do is set the camera down for 1 second. No, I'm good. Okay, camera's down. So, got a text message yet, so we're good. Basic craftsman tool set, nothing extravagant. We're going to get up in here, we're going to show you the starter, but I'm going to just let this sit here 1 second. Okay, we're going to light. Why must you, dog? Okay. I'm going to pick the camera up in 1 second. What we have right here is the crank positioning sensor for, again, the 2003 Chevrolet Suburban. And I'll give you a little hint with things like this. This is an Advanced Auto product one, so we'll see how it works up. A lot of people say not to buy these kind of products, but we'll see. I've not had too many problems with it. I'll give you one hint. When you buy something like this, you see the seal right here, this blue O-ring seal. Usually you could tell if you buy something that has a seal on it that it's stopping something from leaking. So more than likely it's going to be a part of the engine block itself or the transmission. In this case, this one goes in the side of the engine block, which I'm pretty sure, which we'll be getting to as soon as I get the starter out of it. So I just wanted to show you that. That's what it looks like. I'm kind of out of my element. We don't have a garage, so kind of a parking lot job here, which is not a problem.
Come on, Dexter. Come on.
As soon as I answer this text message here, we'll be good to go. All right.
You want like a run or something then?
No, I'm not worried about it. It's good.
Come on, you hungry, Dexter? I'm sorry for the video.
That's okay. Not a biggie.
Dexter, come on.
Fire a cigarette up. Now we have the light. And here we go. So we're going underneath the vehicle now. And here is the starter. That is the starter, and I don't know if we can actually see this sensor. Yes. It's a little bit difficult to see from in here, but those are the two starter bolts that have to come out. We're going to see how difficult this is. This is my first time doing this, so just bear with me. Try to set the camera up where it's not going to get damaged. Like I said, this video is going to be a little extravagant, so it may get boring, but trying to focus the light. I do see oil there. Okay, there is the starter, what you're seeing. That sensor right there, that's more than likely an oil level sensor. Two wires going in and out. It's either oil level or oil temperature. I'm not real sure. I would assume it's probably oil level, but it could be either or. Sometimes they have level temperature combo sensors, but alright, so let's see if we can get, I don't know if I can get set up on this or not. Extend the jacks. We are still recording. I don't know if it's actually going to let the camera sit there or not. I didn't figure this tripod's not really a good setup. I need to get something a little different in that sense. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're just going to set up. Right there's the starter, of course, so I'm going to remove that. So we're just going to set up, straighten up a little bit. This isn't working out too well. I need to get a better setup than this. This jack's not all that great. Okay. Okay, we're good. Oh, which size bolts do we have? Oh, damn it. Let's see what kind of bolts these are. Not. We'll get with you on bolt size in a second. That makes no sense. That's a 1/2 inch. What the hell? That is a 1/2 inch. There's nothing in between 1/2 inch and 14 millimeter. I don't know what that's actually looking at. Okay. That makes no sense. Why is that so different? What the hell? There's no 13 and a half. What the fuck is that? Why is that like that? Don't tell me this requires a special socket. There's nothing in between. What the hell kind of shit is this? This is where the cussing is going to come in a minute. I can already see it coming. I'm already having trouble with finding a size for these bolts. Apparently, 9/16 is too big and 1/2 inch is too small. I never heard of anything in between that. Even to go metric. We'll try 13mm, but I very highly doubt it. Oh wow, 13mm. Wow, there is a difference in between that. So this is a 13mm bolt on the starter. Of course, very tight. Wonder how fun this is going to be to drop out. This shouldn't take very long to do. I hope these bolts don't seal oil or something stupid in that sense. That's a bolt. Okay. Now, granted, again, not within the confines of a garage. This is just a parking lot activity. And the starter is going to try to fall. Now, one thing you want to look for, they tell you to disconnect the battery, and typically I'm for that, but what we're trying to spare is the nonsense of a lot of times with the newer vehicles, if you disconnect the batteries in them, you have to perform a throttle body alignment afterwards, you know, from this prior or after, I'm sorry, after disconnecting the battery. So sometimes you have trouble with that and you have to go and take it to a shop and deal with that shit, and we're going to try to prevent that if we can. But sometimes in tight spots like this, what you do have to be careful of if you choose not to disconnect the battery is that some starters have the solenoid on the starter where you have a positive battery wire that feeds to the starter, and it always has juice in it, so when you go to move it, it could ground off of the frame and cause it to short out. So we're going to try to avoid that. And what just set up here does appear, I'm trying to see, and we do have that. I don't know if the covers are good on those wires, and I'm not seeing. Actually, that wire, that terminal is exposed, so we're going to have to watch when we move this starter around. It is a fairly small starter, so we might not have too much of a problem pulling it. But this is one of these situations you do have to use a little bit of caution on. I always try to avoid disconnecting the battery. They say, well, with the sensors and whatnot, the sensors don't have power to them when the key is off, so it's not going to actually affect it. Disconnecting the battery will reset the codes, and I do understand that aspect, but we're not actually throwing codes, so it's not going to change anything. The engine light's not coming on. It just shuts off when it's going down the road as it chooses without the engine light coming on, so it's not actually going to affect it to do it. As long as there's no codes and nothing's going on, there's nothing to default. So we're going to pull this bolt here out. I got a text message. Hold on 1 second. Come on. I fucking hate these fucking worthless ass phone. Piece of fucking shit. Hold on 1 second, give me a second here. Okay. So here we go. Now we're gonna remove the starter. I'd like to see if I can get some video angle on that. Let's see here, we're gonna pull you out. Really don't care for this tripod. I'm definitely gonna have to get another one. It's kind of a cheap setup. It doesn't. So we'll extend these legs back in. Okay, here we are. Bolts are removed. We have wire. It's going to impede us a little bit. I don't know how I'm going to do that. fuck. That's gonna be a little bit difficult to move. I don't know how we're gonna do that. So hold on give me a minute. Okay. Because I can't see what is going on. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and disconnect the battery because I'm not feeling safe about that. Not in that tight of a space. 3 7/16, 1/2. 7/16 should take these off. I hope this is not a side post, and it probably is. Okay, so this is what you get sometimes, and of course it's not going to be a 7/16. It's going to be a fucking. It's going to be an 8mm. You know it. Yay for me. Okay. I'm going to get an 8mm out. It's fucking grass. Oh, shit. Get out of here. Okay. 5/16 suit. Can we get something not as deep? Of course, you only go down to 9. Of course, you're special. 3/8, 7/16, 5/16. That's what we need right there. Come on. Motherfucker. I hate these fucking toolboxes. They gotta sell tools to fucking take tools out. This video is a little bit boring, but whatever, I don't care. The other thing is, the purpose of this is we are looking to start a business in vehicle wiring, so these are the things that are included, and it does require mechanical work to an extent, depending, because in a situation like this where we're behind a starter, it is a sensor, and it is classified as wiring, engine wiring. So what we're doing, that's actually considered emissions, the crank sensor. We're not concerned about when the company does get started. What we're looking for is to build, I want to have integrity within my work and customer faith within my services. So if the company does grow to the point where I have to hire help, just know that it is going to be required to videotape everything that you do, and I don't care about your privacy. Your privacy is not my concern. My concern is customer faith within my services, because that's what pays the bills. So that's something you would have to determine on whether if you were going to work for me or not. If you feel that's something that you can't do, then don't even bother. Okay, now that the battery's off. Why is that only fucking showing me 20 minutes? I should have fucking looked into that. What in the living fuck is stopping it? Let's see, can we get this off without? And I can't get to that. Shit. That's not how that comes out. I'm gonna have to see if we can move these fucking wires. What in the world? The gasket. Oh, damn it, the fucking phone number shuts up. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to get a screwdriver. That's not gonna fucking help anything, because it's not pulling down. This is obviously a learning experience, because what we have right here, as you can see, this, where my middle finger is wiggling, rubbing off of this part right here. When you try to pull back on it, it's stopping it, so... Oh god, I'll tell you what. This fucking video is gonna stop at 20 minutes because these cameras are fucking worthless.